city that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Look what you sweater is drill. Somebody give me a these ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a in jail I had. I make you cut off the think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be out. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm calling the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light. Rape in the city that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my just the back that like a popo. No do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they one ride down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. Just do my own. Not gonna lie, some of these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pen in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Mexico City Conquistadors. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There we go, T. That's the way to hit. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on second down. Snow. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Snow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
From the gun, Snow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, Mariota. Smith catches left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw on second down. Snow. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On third down, Snow. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
The give is to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Snow drops it to Jones in the flat. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now the Titans getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a player down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Mariota, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Let's go.
Mariota to sneak it. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mariota. Flush to his right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
A first down throw for Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here's McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 40. Mariota now going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting through. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? McCaffrey. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And this one is right through. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course the coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
A give to Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down. Snow. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here we go now.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
run now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun!
To throw on 3rd down. Snow. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Mariota on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mariota now on 2nd down. The right side caught Hogan, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
3. 1.
Throwing, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Mariota. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. He's to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. And defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. But they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Back now in Mexico City. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On the ground, McCaffrey. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
4th down, ball's at the 1-yard line. Do you go for it, or do you go ahead and kick a field goal? I think because you're going to end up giving a long field even if you don't score, I put my trust in my defense. I go for it and try and get the points.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st down, Snow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Mariota. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. That'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second down, Mariota again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Off play action. Snow eluding the pressure right. Fights him off. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Snow. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. One man in the backfield, that's Jones. And he'll get it up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Snow. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive game. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
How about that for defense? Every hole plugged up. Can't run it inside, can't bounce it outside. That sets up 4th and goal from the 2. Right now, advantage defense.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Again, running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Mariota to throw it. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited.
And now it's blocked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Titans, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.